Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. I've got to tell you, I really love the fact that these HCS Opens happen every weekend. So if you're not quite sure who to follow or where to watch them or whatever, because I know I've had some comments on my recent videos, you can find an official Twitch stream. It's also streaming on HCS official YouTube. And if there's any player that you like to follow, they're usually streaming these tournaments as well. The feed that we're going to be watching today is actually from Formal in a matchup on day 2 that they had against OpTic Gaming. So as we get into this one, it ended up being an unbelievably close game towards the end. And if you weren't quite aware of the importance of getting power weapons and power-ups and positioning on the map at all times, that's going to be the biggest deciding factor in this one as we go throughout. So before we get into this, I do just want to show you where a couple things are on the map, because it's going to be what makes the biggest difference when it comes to who wins and who loses. We'll refer to that a couple more times, but as we bring up the map here again, a couple things. So where you're going to see Formal come up off of spawn is they actually have this left side spawn over here by tree. And the two things to always be aware of is right here, you have the power up for overshield. And then on the opposite side of the map up top, this is the rocket spawn. And underneath is the shoddy spawn. So shoddy's not quite as important as rockets and overshield. And then from there, sure, there are some other things that can help. Underneath right here, this is the grapple spawn. So if you pair overshield with grapple or rockets and grapple, then obviously that can be pretty devastating as well. But when we hop into this one, just know that you're going to see these teams fighting over those two things quite a bit here. So again, we are on board with Formal, and again, you can see right off the rip, he goes over here by tree on the upper side of the map. Based on the map that we were looking at, they had somebody up there top bridge, but immediately you can see that APG from OpTic was able to get that overshield. Trippy got a kill, APG just got a double, Triple got a second, and right off the rip, it's 4-0 in favor of OpTic Gaming, and that's basically the worst start that you could imagine. Not only did you go down 4-0, but you also didn't get rockets, nor did you get overshield. Now, it did look like Pistola just died right there with rockets, but Trippy did actually get them off of his body. I don't know if they didn't see that rockets were there, but Pistola died with them, and then Trippy was able to get 2. So just like that, they're in a whole 6-1, and now, slowly but surely, they have to start clawing their way back into it. APG's weak, their side top lockers, and it comes down to Aaron on the opposite side, which goes ahead and finishes that kill. And what you'll see from a lot of this is Slayer. So most of the time, we're ranking, we're going through, we're talking about strongholds, we're talking about oddball, we're talking about maps where there's an objective CTF. We actually haven't covered a CTF yet, but most of the time when we're breaking these down, they have to deal with CTF. So the approach to these games are a little bit different, because the single most important thing outside of getting power-ups or power weapons is being able to work with your teammates and trade out any possible deaths. So like right here, Formal finishes, or he tries to finish that kill on Lucid. Lucid had grapple, so he was able to get away. Trippy's able to get that kill on Formal, and just like that, it looked like they were about to go +1 in that interaction. Instead, Formal dies, Trippy doesn't get the kill, and now they go -1 in that interaction. So that's just how this game works. Lucid gets another kill on Formal, and if you look down at the bottom mid, it's 17-7. And basically nothing has gone their way so far, right? They missed the first overshield. Those are nice shots right there out of Formal to kill Ola as he grabbed the second overshield, but they missed both overshields. They missed rockets. They really haven't had shoddy or anything else. So when it comes to the perfect start, this is anything but that. APG 1 shot away. Pistola is hanging out their BR. He's able to trade that before APG goes down. That's another interaction where if you're playing together and everybody's in sync, even though APG was hiding, there would be somebody else in a location to trade out that kill. Instead, he's not able to finish. Formal goes down. Right here, he's trying to hide in their side lockers. There's a nade that's killing him. and he gets shot. So it's just one of those maps so far where everything's not really going their way until, not sure if you saw right there as Formal was going back and forth from his teammates, but Aaron actually picked up their rockets. So now, when rockets spawn, there's only two. You only have 2 rockets every time you pick them up. But still, for a moment there, or right now, they're down by 6. And I believe right when they picked up rockets, the lead was right around 6 or 7 also. Even though you only get 2 rockets, that's basically a 2-kill swing as long as you approach the situation intelligently, right? If you're able to use both of those rockets to get a kill, if you're down by 6, then now all of a sudden you're only going to be down by 4. You start playing together. You get maybe a 3-1 split in terms of team kills, and things can turn around really quickly. So at this point, it's down to 6. Formal got a little bit aggressive over there towards their side. Rocket spawns. He does get double teamed. Aaron, yeah, there it was. Just kind of towards the end there, you were able to see them trade out that kill. It looked for a moment like it wasn't quite going to happen. Important for Formal to trade out this kill also. He gets killed by APG, and you can see literally every single player is running over towards that top side of the map because overshield spawned, and that's just another opportunity to go +1 or +2 in terms of interactions. Eventually, this is the first time, so this is the 3rd spawn, and they were finally able to get overshield, so they're able to couple that. You just saw right there that Formal squad was able to get a 2-piece, and now what was a 10-point game is only a 2-point game. And you saw when Formal had them weak over towards their side tree, they were able to push that. They were able to get a 2-piece, whereas if they don't have overshield, that's probably not going to end up being a successful play or a successful trade. This is one where Formal gets kind of caught in the middle of the map. He takes shots. He's trying to hide, but right there, his teammate comes through. He's able to trade out Pistola before they're able to finish it. And really, I mean, that's pure teamwork. That's how this game works. So as we reset down towards the bottom, it's 31-35. Yes, there are 2 dead. The map is resetting. But as we approach it from right now, I mean, all you have to do is just win 1 or 2 sets of team gun battles. Tylenol gets a kill, Trippy gets a kill, that gets traded. APG is in the corner. So even though Formal didn't get that kill on APG, that actually gets traded. They go 2 for 1 in that scenario, and now instead of being down by 4, they're only down by 3. This is a major turning point in the game because not only are rockets about to spawn, by the way, that was a wild move right there from Lucid, which is really what makes him probably the best player in the game right now. Yes, there's nobody that has a shot like Formal. There's not really anybody that's as steady. They get close, but what makes Lucid different is his movement, his ability to use his abilities like what you just saw right there as he went bottom shotgun. So again, it's tied 38. As of right now, they have the lead, so Formal was able to use that last rocket to take the lead. They also have overshield. They're up by 2. It seems like they've done enough to be able to turn this around, and as this plays out here pretty soon, we're going to go ahead and we're going to break down where things start to trade or go against their favor. 43-41.
He's going down Bulldog.
Hear that. I'm playing for that guy. I'm playing for that guy with you.
Top rockets. He's near the sneaky. He's near the sneaky.
Shoot him.
You just kind of heard him right there talking about where people were at. One player out of position. Formal's really not in a great position to be able to trade this. Those were fantastic shots on Trippy, but he does push maybe a little bit too far because once you go to their side stairs, you don't really have an escape route, so maybe that was just a tiny bit too aggressive, but they're still up 45-44. This is where I think they get maybe just a tiny bit too passive because what you're going to see is now they don't really have anybody pushed out over towards mid-map. So since Ace goes down right there, Formal tries to get that kill on APG, just doesn't have enough time. So they're up 1, yes, absolutely. But if you're OpTic, you just want to wait until overshield spawns. You just want to keep throwing your nades. That keeps Formal squad back off a bit, right? Overshield's coming up in 10 seconds, and you can see they have 1,000% turtled. And when you turtle like this, because you want to make sure everything is perfect, you end up giving up stuff like the overshield spawn. Now they're trying to push out a little bit, but so Formal had a kill on Pistola. He tries to push out, be aggressive. He goes for a ninja right there. Obviously, they didn't fall for it. Now it's 47-47, but still, they don't have map control. They are completely stuck on their side of the map inside tree over here on the top side of the map. There's nobody pushed out over towards their side BR, which is where Formal's looking right now. They're down by 1. If rockets come up, if any weapons towards the middle of the map, shoddy or overshield come up, they're just not in a position to be able to get those. And it really has seemed like the last minute or minute and a half, they've just been playing off their back foot. And here, if you're OpTic, again, you have map control. You're pushed up into lockers. You're pushed up. You have control of mid-map. If rockets are coming up in 5 seconds, then just wait for rockets, right? If you're not being contested, if you're picking up on the fact that Formal squad is really just sitting back, they're able to get that kill, and right there, Pistola gets the rockets. He gets the first kill on Ace. Second kill comes through right there, and they end up losing 50-49. So again, this squad that Formal is playing with is new. Formal actually went -4 here. They were, kind of back and forth. -4 is not terrible if you mix in some assists and being able to call out and do some other things. But overall, when it comes to Halo, you have got to make sure you have map control so that when OS spawns, you can get it. When Rocket spawns, you're in position to get it, because each of those gives your team the opportunity, especially when you're playing at that level, gives you the opportunity to get a 2-kill or a 3-kill swing in your favor. And sometimes, like what you saw towards the end there, you have map control, you have those power weapons. Pistola grabbed rockets at the end, even though they were down by 1, he's able to couple that into a 2-piece, and OpTic ends up winning this matchup 50-49. So if you enjoy this sort of coverage, let me know down in the comments below. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. For all of my Call of Duty fans out there, we're still going to be covering Call of Duty. There's just nothing going on right now, right? There's no opens like this. There are no tournaments. There's no kickoff weekend. Yes, the teams are scrimming, but scrims really early on in the game don't really hold a lot of value in terms of who's going to be good, who's not going to be good, so on and so forth. So if you're new, hit that subscribe button, leave a like if you don't mind. And with that, thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next upload.